In the golden twilight of his life, Abraham, the patriarch, looked upon his son Isaac and felt the weight of a divine promise yet to be fully realized. He summoned his most trusted servant, an elderly man of wisdom, to entrust him with a mission of sacred importance, to find a wife for Isaac. "Put your hand under my thigh," Abraham commanded. "Swear by the Lord that you will not choose a wife from the daughters of the Canaanites." The servant asked what to do if the woman refused to come. Abraham replied with faith that God's angel would go before him to ensure success. With the oath sealed, the servant prepared a caravan. 10 camels were laden with the finest treasures, gold, silver, and precious silks from Abraham's vast wealth. The long journey began. They trekked across the sun-scorched dunes of the desert, heading toward the distant land of Aramnah, Ramnah-Haraim, the city of Nar. After many days, the dusty caravan arrived outside the city walls. The sun was dipping low, painting the sky in hues of violet and gold. The servant stopped by a communal stone well. It was the hour when the women of the city would come out to draw water for their households. The servant knelt and prayed. "O Lord, God of my master Abraham, give me success today. Let the girl who offers me a drink also water my camels." Before he had even finished his prayer, a young woman named Rebecca approached the well. An earthen jug balanced gracefully upon her shoulder. She descended to the spring and filled her jar. The servant hurried to meet her and asked for a small sip of water from her jug. "Drink, my lord," she said kindly. "Then," she added the words the servant had prayed for, "I will draw water for your camels also until they have finished drinking." She ran back and forth to the well, emptying her jar into the troughs. The servant watched in silent awe, wondering if the Lord had made his journey successful. When the camels were satisfied, the servant took out a gold nose ring and 2 heavy gold bracelets. Presenting them to her as a token of gratitude, he asked of her family. When she revealed she was the granddaughter of Nar, Abraham's brother, the servant bowed low and worshipped God for his providence. Rebecca ran home to tell her family. Her brother, Laban, seeing the gold and hearing her story, hurried out to the well to invite the man in. "Come, you who are blessed by the Lord." Laban greeted. They brought the servant to their home, provided straw for the camels, and prepared a lavish feast. But the servant refused to eat. "I will not eat until I have told my story," he declared, his voice firm with the urgency of his mission. He recounted Abraham's wealth, the oath, and the miraculous meeting at the well. He explained how God had led him directly to Rebekah. Laban and her father Bethuel were moved. "This is from the Lord," they said. "We cannot speak against it. Take her and let her be Isaac's wife." The servant brought out even more gifts, jewels of silver and gold, and costly garments, presenting them to Rebekah, her brother, and her mother. The next morning, the servant was eager to depart. Rebekah's family asked her to stay 10 days more, but the servant urged them not to delay God's plan. They called Rebekah and asked, "Will you go with this man?" "Without hesitation," she replied, "I will go." Her courage was as clear as her faith. With a blessing from her family, Rebekah and her nurse mounted the camels. The caravan turned back toward the south, leaving the only home she had ever known. The journey back was filled with the rhythmic sway of the camels and the vast silence of the wilderness, as Rebekah pondered her new life ahead. Meanwhile, in the Negev, Isaac had gone out into the fields at the end of the day to meditate, seeking peace in the quiet of the evening. As he looked up, he saw camels approaching in the distance. At the same time, Rebekah looked out and saw a man walking toward them. She asked the servant, "Who is that man walking in the field to meet us?" The servant replied, "It is my master." Upon hearing this, Rebekah dismounted her camel and took a veil, covering herself in a gesture of modesty and respect for her future husband. The servants met Isaac and recounted all that had happened. Isaac listened, realizing that this union was orchestrated by the hand of the Almighty. Isaac brought Rebekah into the tent of his mother, Sarah. He took her as his wife, and he loved her deeply. Through this providential union, Isaac found comfort after his mother's death, and the promise given to Abraham continued to flourish through the generations.